repaired shoulders and back, which was just, I can't even lift my arms right now. Terrible idea. Don't ever do that. Cut it out. 179, I wish. It was astounding the amount of calories I was adding on to some of my meals that weren't even keeping me satiated. We are officially done with week 1, and I wanted to come on here and have a little Desi chat with you guys because I've learned a lot this first week. I'm technically in week 2. It's actually Monday. So I want to go over some of the things that I've learned just in my first week on my first ever cut, and just like things that I'll be moving forward with. I'm not a dietitian. You can take this. This is very unsolicited advice, right? That's my dog. So I'll start with my weigh-ins. I weighed in originally at 200.2 pounds. I was eating around 2,500 to 3,000 calories in a day, and I was working out 4 to 5 times per week. Now, I weighed in yesterday on Sunday at 197.0 pounds, so a total loss of 3 pounds. I still worked out 4 to 5 times per week, but I was eating around 2,000 calories per day. And I have been tracking my calories, which is one of the first things that I've learned on this cutting journey that I'll be moving forward with, is that I do not like to count calories in MyFitnessPal or really any app on my phone because I'm already in my phone a ton. I actually really like doing sticky notes. And this was just something I meant to transpose into my phone, like back into MyFitnessPal, and I was like, screw it. I really love this. I love the action of like pen to paper. So I'm going to be moving forward with just calorie counting on sticky notes because I like it. It's actually way more convenient for me to do that because I can do it while doing other things because I am working at home during the day and I don't necessarily want to be in my phone while I'm working, but writing it down on a sticky note like right beside my desk, perfect. Second thing, I saw this on TikTok where this guy was like, weigh yourself every day, first thing in the morning, right after you use the bathroom. Because I have been doing it. And I'm normally a chronic weigher. And it's not in a good way. Like a chronic weigher as in, I don't like what I'm seeing on the scale, so I keep weighing myself. But this is a little bit different because I am in control of what's happening right now. And I love the power that I have like over my body. And so I do weigh myself first thing in the morning, right after I use the bathroom. And I've noticed because I'm really tracking what I'm eating, I can see the difference in the scale, right? Like I know I didn't have a lot of water yesterday, so that's why I'm kind of holding on to a little bit of extra weight. Or I'm noticing in my workouts too, like you're eating a lot healthier, you're drinking so much more water. That's why you're able to run so fast all of a sudden. I don't know where that came from, but anyway, back to stepping on the scale. I weigh myself once per day. Right after I use the bathroom in the morning, I don't eat anything. I just go ahead and drop all my clothes and I get on that scale. I will go ahead and put like all of my like weight measurements that I went through throughout the first week because you can kind of see like the fluctuation. Like I did end up going back up this morning. So I was 179. I wish. I was 197 yesterday. And today I'm 197.8, so I did go up. Let's see what else we got on here. Another thing, just like if you're going to start the cut, that like if I had to do my cut over again, I would still do this, was analyzing what I'm already eating. So it's not a huge overhaul, like not changing your diet completely. Again, it's a cut, right? And I think I finally understand like the difference between a cut and a diet. I've been thinking about it all week. A cut is truly cutting calories. This is my opinion. I think a cut is truly cutting calories and a diet is like a dietary change. So like I'm not eating dairy anymore. That's a diet change. And for me, I'm not changing my diet. I'm just trying to cut out calories in my current diet, right? So I'm pretty flexible with what I'm eating, on like a diet. If I'm looking at it as a diet, right? Like I can eat whatever I want, but I need to be very careful with the amount of calories that I'm eating. So what I went ahead and did was I wrote everything out in my phone in like my notes tab. and I called it meal plan. And I wrote everything that I eat, and I just like overanalyzed what I eat. So like in the breakfast, I wrote all my breakfast options, even down to my coffee, right? My cold brew coffee that I actually make my own cold brew coffee. How much creamer I typically put in there, because like it's 25 calories per tablespoon. And I could easily put 4 tablespoons of creamer in my coffee. I just know me. I'm the one that likes a little bit of coffee with their creamer, right? 100 calories. Okay, Desi, no more. You're cutting it down to 2 tablespoons. That's 50 calories every time you have a coffee. Even when it comes to breakfast, I'll either eat oatmeal or I'll have like eggs. And I've really been experimenting like with my breakfast, which I'll also get into. But as far as analyzing my current diet, right, like what I normally eat, I'll write out everything that I put in my oatmeal. So I'd have my oatmeal, a cup, a whole cup. Did you know half a cup is a serving size? And that's 150 calories. So 1 whole cup is 300 calories. Plus I'd add peanut butter in there. It was astounding the amount of calories I was adding on to some of my meals that weren't even keeping me satiated. Like the peanut butter I wasn't doing it to like add extra fats and proteins. I was doing it for flavor. Cut it out. That's what I'm saying to myself. I'm saying cut it out to myself. So I went ahead and just kind of put down everything that I was eating and kind of going in like, okay, how many chocolate chips do I put in this? You know? Next thing, drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water. I'm trying to drink a gallon a day. Doesn't always happen, but start off strong in the morning and that helps. Also, you can spice up your water. I was kind of spicing up my water with lemon and ginger. Now I've just started adding a pinch of sea salt. I noticed that the lemon and the ginger was giving me headaches because I was just drinking it too much. So you can spice up your water, but just be mindful not to go overboard, which is my next thing that I've learned is like, don't go overboard with just one thing. I went overboard with the lemon water and I went overboard with watermelon juice. So I was using watermelon juice as like a filler because I like to drink sodas and I like to drink juice. And I was like, oh, watermelon juice is perfect. It's 200 calories for like a big 33-ounce jug of it. And I would just kind of drink half of one of the 33 ounces throughout the day, not realizing that like if you drink too much watermelon juice, you can get like stomach issues. So I was getting these weird like stomach cramps at the end of my days. Plus I'm cutting calories and so I'm already hungry and it just wasn't a good combination. I just kind of went too hard too soon. So don't go too hard with like drinking or eating like too much of one thing at once. I think you can definitely work it in over time. But that's one thing, if I could do it over again, I probably wouldn't go as overboard with like the lemon water because it was giving me headaches. And then the watermelon juice was giving me stomach problems. So just be mindful. If you find like a healthy snack, don't ruin it for yourself. Another thing, I kind of mentioned it when I was talking about how I was analyzing my diet. Picking one of your favorite meals. For me, it's breakfast. I love breakfast. I feel like I have the most time for breakfast and like making it the way I want to. And get really creative with like finding different ways to make you feel satiated and make it complex enough where you don't get bored. So I'll have oatmeal. I have an oatmeal option where I do oatmeal and I'll season it with cinnamon. So I'll season my oatmeal with cinnamon and nutmeg. And then I'll put like half a serving of dark chocolate chips in it. And then just a little bit of sugar. And that makes it very tasty for me. It does not just like eating oatmeal. I can then add another whole serving of oats to it so I can get more volume in that meal. Also, if I don't want to add more oats, I'll do like a whole omelet on the side. I like to use egg beaters. Sometimes I'll use eggs, sometimes I'll use egg beaters, but the egg beaters like have half the calories of eggs. So I've been transitioning to egg beaters for my week 2. But that's also one thing, to have like multiple things for my breakfast. So I feel like, oh, I'm not just eating one boring thing. I'm eating multiple things. So my brain is like, oh, you're eating so much. Like even this week, I'm like, oh, I really want to add like additional protein. I want to add in like some sausage. Can I find like a low calorie, really clean sausage that I can eat? So I just found that for this week, eating like sausage links and then having an omelet and having my coffee all at the same time. I've also started implementing drinking like a bottle of water or a bottle of water with like a fiber supplement in it to kind of fill up my stomach a little bit so I stay a little bit fuller longer. I just tried that out today. I'm still testing it out, so I don't know if it's working, but I would say like yes, it kept me full for a full 2 hours, which is, I normally get very, very hungry after 2 hours. So definitely experiment with one of your favorite meals and get creative with it to see how you can not get bored with the meal. If you have a sweet tooth, I definitely recommend, I have all these recommendations, but this is just things I've learned. I've also learned if you have a sweet tooth that finding a sweet for you that's like less than 200 calories will make your day. Mine is strawberries, Cool Whip, and dark chocolate chips. You see the theme here. I love some dark chocolate chips. It's like under 200 calories, like a cup of strawberries, 4 tablespoons of Cool Whip, and then a serving of dark chocolate chips is like 70 calories. And the Cool Whip is 25 calories for 2 tablespoons, so that's 50. So what are we at? 120, and then it's 50 calories for a cup of strawberries. So you're under 200, and it's so good to me. Like it hits the spot right after dinner. I also am trying to not trying to change my diet too much because I am stopping with the alcohol in the evenings, especially when I don't go out, and sodas. So those were the 2 main things that were like really kind of like getting me above and beyond 2,500 calories per day was like drinking sodas and having multiple drinks at night, which is not a bad thing, but it was adding on a bunch of extra calories that I could definitely cut out because I don't need it. I do still have like social drinks. So if we go out for dinner, I take into account what I should or shouldn't be eating during the day so I can like eat and drink at night. Now, my good rule of thumb is that if I'm staying at home for the evening, I'm not going to be drinking, and I'm not going to be drinking a soda. What I have found is that getting like a prebiotic soda or a very low calorie soda, I think the prebiotic sodas I get are 25 to 30 calories. That'll kind of subdue that feeling that I need to have a soda. It doesn't taste exactly like a soda, but it will do the trick for me at least. So hopefully that could work for you if you have like this really, I mean, it's summertime. I really want a soda. They're just so good. So right now, prebiotic sodas are my thing. I have 1 per day, and it's normally with dinner. I've learned a lot during this first week, and as I was saying, like I feel a little bit more powerful with my body. I've always felt like I didn't know my body as well as I should have as far as like how it maintains weight, right? I felt like it was always just like a guessing game, and now I feel like a little bit more in control. Now, it's only the first week, so I don't know, if I go back up in weight, how that will make me feel mentally. Also, how I might feel as far as if this is working or not, like as far as counting my calories. But right now, I feel very good mentally. I feel like, okay, I can control myself as far as my impulses to eat certain things that aren't necessarily the best as far as calories. Also, I can feel better physically in my workouts. So I noticed Saturday, I went a little overboard because I paired shoulders and back, which was just, I can't even lift my arms right now. Terrible idea. Don't ever do that. But before I did that, I went and sprinted on the treadmill, and I was like, I feel so good. I could keep going. Anyway, that is my first week on the cut. I really hope you are enjoying this little series I'm doing on my first cut. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, definitely subscribe. Let me know if you like this content. Interact with me in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.